So they stare into each other's eyes. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. That jab scores. Nice lead hook. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
That jab had to hurt. Good counter punching. Not a lot of defense here at all. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter punch. A big whiff with the right hook. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
These are my kind of fights, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
So close with that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent.
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
You've got to fight dirty, Todd. You've got to get in close. You've got to fight on the blind side of the referee. You've got to find a way in.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Didn't land that jab. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
There's a lot of weight there to give away, and if you're giving it away that way, you've got to use it to the maximum because you've got to be smart. Every shot hurts. It's not about skill, it's more about power.
Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get that jab back. Blade round. Now relax. Listen, you switched off. What you doing? Get out there and switch. Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about... Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you ready?
Let's get it started in round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed. And hold it right there. And the world's strongest man is staggered. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This is a high-octane battle. And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Right hook catching air. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Eddie Hall in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? A perfect counter shot. The big fella get rocked. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Been a tough round, so...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And the world's strongest man is staggered. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. The biggest of them all crashes to the canvas. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove. And down he goes.
I've got to see that again.
Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
That hook doesn't score. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. He fails to score with that left hook. The beast, Eddie Hall, is down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, four, five, six. You okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Let's see how the... Let's start the sixth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Back and forth they go. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it's like two different...
Here we go, it's round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Holding nothing back here in the round. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no... Did you see that? Look at the big fella get rocked. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, you know what, I've been in fights.
And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A lot of effort being exerted here. Missed with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Oh, right there! And the world's strongest man is staggered. The onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely done. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
This is the